Hey everybody, welcome to the stream. Welcome back to Jashelle Tech TV. Thank you everybody for joining tonight. Currently it is 6:02 Mountain Standard Time. I wanted to do it as early as possible. I know if you're on the East Coast over there, it's like 9 something, but I'm doing the best I can, man, for everybody. And then I don't know if there's people not in the United States here, but welcome to the stream. Okay, so today, basically, I'm just having a little chat today. So if you're here, you probably want to know about entry-level web tech roles hiring now. And if you're not familiar with the spreadsheet, there's a job spreadsheet that I maintain. So you can actually check that out in the description. So if you're seeking entry-level roles that are computer science friendly, I had to make sure my microphone was on this time. No computer science degree friendly, no experience friendly. I basically hunt down those leads and maintain a spreadsheet. Originally, the spreadsheet was for myself. I created it because I'd taken a small window of break from work between September and January of this year, and I was maintaining a spreadsheet and I was finding all these awesome jobs, so I just decided to make it public, and it kind of went from there. So Leon King's on the East Coast. Awesome. Hey Urban Lady, my friend is here. Namache? Did I say it right? What's up, Christian? Thanks for hopping on at 9:03 p.m. Snooky Dre, what's up? Yeah, hit that like, everybody. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to hop on in to the jobs that are hiring now. So again, you can check out this spreadsheet in the description. If you're not familiar, jobs that are hiring now are highlighted. Jobs that I have added today are highlighted in yellow. So the newest jobs are in yellow. So all you have to do is scroll down and see the new ones. Jose says, I'm getting ready to apply for an email dev job. Nice. All right, so let's take a look at who's hiring. So SmoothStack is looking for an entry-level software engineer. So what does that entail, SmoothStack? I think I've heard of them. It sounds familiar. So for this entry-level software engineer position, all applicants must pass a coding test. Who we are, that's just a little bit about who they are. So entry-level software engineer qualifications: no prior professional experience required, hands-on coding experience or equivalent training or coursework experience required. So it sounds like it's bootcamp friendly, or they just want you to have some hands-on experience. So it sounds like a portfolio would count as experience. You must be legally authorized to work in the United States. Oh, also, speaking of legally authorized to work in the United States, I am creating a list on the side, just trying to keep track of companies that do hire outside of the United States. So look out for that. I'm going to add it in addition to the spreadsheet as a separate tab. So far I have about 3 companies. So I could probably do that as soon as possible. So this one, skills, programming experience in any language such as Java, C, C++, VB, VB script, Perl, Python, Shell. Experience with SQL, ability to learn and apply. And am I too loud? Let me know, because I don't know. I can't. I did try to, I made sure I did some testing before, but let me know if the sound is okay. Ability to learn and apply new technologies quickly. Strong written and verbal communication and interpersonal skills. So just kind of the standard stuff. Now, as far as skills, like when they talk about programming skills and as far as languages, if you already know a programming language or are familiar with the programming language, don't feel like, oh, I don't know Java or any of these. If you know a programming language, it is transferable over to another programming language. So you know how to declare variables, you know how to write a function, or I'm not familiar with any. I've never, well, actually I have worked with these in college, but it's transferable, so still apply. Let me hop over to the comments. Christian says, so just out of curiosity, are you going to create a website to host the jobs, or are you going to continue with the spreadsheet? A website. I plan to do that. I have limited time. But I do plan to do that as soon as possible. I want to host a live stream to talk about the development of the project. Okay, Leon King, the audio is fine. Awesome. Jasmine, you're fine. Sound is perfect. So Northern Chimp, oh, so even if remote, you need to be authorized. Yeah. It has to do with, from what I hear from hiring managers and companies, it's just complicated for them to hire outside the US due to just different laws. I don't know. But yeah. So it's just something to deal with. It's easier for them to hire within the United States. Yeah. But again, I'm going to be listing companies that hire outside the US as well. Okay, hopping back over to this job. Okay, so all new hires, this is so awesome to me. All new hires will receive 12 to 16 weeks of paid remote training prior to working as a software engineer on smooth stack client projects. Now, let me tell you something. I didn't really get that. No training. I just got thrown into code bases. I mean, I got a little training, but that's actually pretty good. So here are the benefits. You can check those out. You'll learn a whole lot. There's company perks here. So if you're interested in being an entry-level software engineer, check out Smooth Stack. The next one, we have VMware front-end engineer, but for this one, it's specific states. Hopping back over to the comments. Who uses Perl? It's basically dead if not dead. Yeah, I've never used it, Anthony. Jose, where do you find all the info about companies hiring? Okay, so basically I'm signed up for a bunch of alerts, like on Indeed, things like that. Actually, I'll pop open a new tab really quickly and show you kind of what I do. Actually, and I didn't even plan for this to be a project. It's just like, it just happened. I was like, all right, I'm going to keep a spreadsheet of this. Google Gmail is loading right now. Sorry. It's taking longer than usual. All right. So, Indeed. Okay, so coming over here to my email, screen share. All right. So for instance, Indeed.com, right? I'm signed up for a bunch of alerts, and so when Indeed sends out these alerts, I basically just go through them one by one. And so like for instance, this says web developer systems admin. And I'll kind of briefly look at I don't know if you can see that. Whoops. Hold on one second. Let me blow that up. Yeah, so I'll briefly just kind of look at it. So this individual will join a team of experienced web developers. It sounds entry level, so I still got to go into it, right? And click on it. So this says APIs 2 years preferred. I probably won't put that in the spreadsheet just because most of the people that visit my spreadsheet are looking for entry level. They're probably not going to have 2 years of experience with APIs, so go to the next one. Principal web applications developer. I'm looking at 127,000 to 200,000 a year. I highly doubt they're hiring a junior developer, but I click on it anyway just to see. So as you can see, yeah, BS or MS, 4 years, 8 years, yeah. We can click right on off of that because web development manager, maybe. So I just go through them one by one, and you see I got all these alerts and I just go through them. And I enjoy it, so it's nothing to me. It seems like a lot of work, but I only go through like one a day. I'm not sitting here going through all of these like for hours. It's just like I'll briefly look at it. If I see something, add it to my list. So I'll go to Indeed.com, go to my jobs, and I'll save them here. So whatever I have saved, when I get time, I add them to the spreadsheet. And but like I said, eventually, yes, I do want to create a website to keep these, and maybe at some point people can sign up for an account. But it's like in my free time, right? Don't have a lot of time, unfortunately. My camera went out. Sorry. All right. Gmail is always so slow. Micah, BFF. That's my BFF. We went to boot camp together. Anthony says, you're so organized. Thank you. Leon, I need to get back on Indeed. I've been focused on LinkedIn. I don't like LinkedIn for jobs. Like, it'll say junior level, and it's like requires a PhD to work with HTML. That's a no-go. Anthony says, I have like 900 tabs and 900 unfinished projects. Yeah, see, that's a trigger for me. I'm triggered just listening to that. Like, I can't. Northern Chimp, yes. Anthony, DJ Rufo, what do you do? DJ Rufo, you'll hear a lot of DJ Rufo's music in the background. Not this particular song, but the last live stream. That's DJ Ru. Leon King. Anthony, we need to make a Python project, web scrape all this data. I could. You know, I know people have talked about that, scraping it. But I feel like we still need that human touch to make sure that, because how do we get, boot camp, friendly, but it still may say like 5 years of experience. Like it could be, seems like it could be complex, but that's what I want to talk about. But let me get back to the jobs, y'all, because I'm going off on a tangent, these little tangents, and we'll be here all night. I really want to get to these jobs. Christian, respect to you for embarking upon this project. It's extremely helpful. No worries. I remember trying to find my first job, and when I got my first job, I was really shocked. And I thought about my journey, so I said, I kind of want to help people by just doing exactly what I did, and maybe some people can find success in what I did. Snooky Dre facts, LOL. All right, so screen share. Back to screen share. I'm reading, like, that's what I named this part of my okay, anyway. So VMware is hiring for a front-end engineer, but specific locations: Boston, Manchester. You can look at all the cities if you want to take a look at that. So looks like you'll be expected to produce solution, trying to make it as big as possible. Produce solutions, design and architecture, and owning the implementation. Now that's the job description. I'm going to skip that. I want to just get to what you need. What type of work will you be doing? What assignments, requirements, or skills will you be performing on a regular basis? All right. So you'll be delivering responsive, high performance, and scalable user interfaces using the most cutting edge frameworks like Angular, NGRX, JavaScript, TypeScript, HTML, CSS, SAS, and modern front-end frameworks and standards. You'll be Is this still the job description? I'm trying to make sure. Okay. Yeah, it looks like, it looks like this is some of the stuff you probably need to know. Developing applications on the front end, building containerization or front end microservices, continuous integration and delivery, ensuring quality by defining test strategies, planning activities. So basically, front end stuff. Collaborating with the UX team. I don't see that this company is looking for particular experience. Like, it's not saying that you need anything. Sounds like just go through the see. They have, okay, like go through the performance goals. These are some just recommendations. Go through the performance goals. See if this is something you feel comfortable with. That's what I think about whenever like they don't list exactly what you'll need. Just like, are you comfortable with being expected to produce solutions, design and architecture, and owning the owning the implementation? I'm talking way too fast. Are you comfortable with driving the execution of your projects by collaborating with a variety of business partners? Are you comfortable with producing designs to scale the current system? And regularly evaluate on the quality of the solution you create and the code you write to ensure continued advancement of your technical skills in an environment that looks to expand them. And then this is the work you'll be doing. So you just ask yourself, am I comfortable with this level of work, with this level of responsibility? Because it sounds like they don't care what you have. You'll be reporting to the manager engineering. Yeah, so apply for this. You know, if you feel good about it, apply. Make sure you have your portfolio ready. Make sure that resume is airtight. Make sure you're ready to sell yourself. Urban lady. Yeah, I was thinking about that because, you know, a lot of people, it seems as though they always want everything perfect at first, but, you know, it's not always going to be like that. I had to learn the hard way. Sometimes you just have to do it and just say to yourself, hey, next time I'll do it this way, or next time I'll implement this or implement that. Urban Lady, I'm premiering my new channel in 15 minutes. Have a wonderful live. I will send you the link later. Awesome. DJ Ruthful, good to see you doing your thing. Thanks, DJ Rue. That's your nickname in my head. Jasmine says, what background did you come from? I talked about this on the channel. I've pretty much been in tech my entire life. Tech support, tech retail. I did photography. I had my own photography business. But I also, like a little bit after high school, I got a computer programming degree, associate's degree. But I didn't start taking programming seriously until later. Like once whenever I was a freelance photographer, I decided I wanted something a little bit more lucrative. So I went back to programming. I tried to be a programmer earlier on in life, like back when I got that associate's degree, and this is like me taking it seriously. And then so I think, you know, having been in tech support, tech retail, and just being an entrepreneur, those kind of helped my resume a little bit. So, I Resonate Corp is looking for a full stack developer. Okay, so this company, looks like this company is in Mississippi. And it looks like different cities in Mississippi. I know this is remote. So I guess they just posted it a bunch of times. But they're a startup with a developed website. Jeez, I'm trying to make it bigger. All right. They're a startup with a developed website utilizing MongoDB for their database and AWS for their hosting platform. And they're basically just beginning the process of beta testing their solution. So what they're looking for is the ability to communicate clearly, dedication to meet project deadlines in a timely manner, attention to details, and proofing all work before it's released, and willingness to sign an NDA. So no particular experience here, $25 an hour. They prefer 3 years of technical development, but hey, that's preferred. Associate's degree is preferred. So apply, even if you have a great portfolio, sell it. If you have, looks like there's MongoDB, AWS, just try to, if you're not familiar with them, try to get familiar with a little Google search, YouTube search. That's what I did. But this doesn't look too strict on those requirements. So this is a full stack developer, remote, and they're based in Mississippi. Jasmine, oh wow, thanks for sharing. I'll catch your other videos. I've considered an associate's in computer science, currently in boot camp. Sweet. Yeah, I mean, yeah, your background, I mean, as long as as long as you go hard, you know what you're doing, you can apply past experience in other industries to this. So just try to leverage whatever experience you have, whatever you did before coding. Just connect those dots. Hey, Ruther, how are you? Or is it Ruther? Ruther. You'll have to excuse me. I just worked for like 8 hours. All right, so let's head on to the next role here. Okay, we got a full stack programmer at Plotted Design. Okay, so what are they looking for? So they've been in business for 24 years, so they're pretty stable. That's good. That's always a good sign. So they want someone that's a self-learner with strong problem-solving skills, a self-managed individual who prefers a level of freedom but is good at communicating and coordinating with team members, must be highly confident in their ability to take on and complete any web-related programming task. This is not an entry-level position. Okay. No past experience is required, just skills and drive. You must demonstrate that you have the ability to quickly take on the responsibilities of the position by sharing past accomplishments and answering tech questions. All right, so it's not an entry-level position, but you don't need past experience. So let's go up here. So you'll program components of marketing websites such as search interfaces, complex animations, interactive pieces, etc. Program web-based applications and some phone apps. Languages are commonly PHP and TypeScript, but also at times Java, React, and other tech. You'll write CSS for more involved interfaces, but on most marketing sites, you'll hand off HTML, CSS to a developer who's focused solely on that work. It sounds like they want someone who can learn fast. Even though it's saying that it says this is not an entry-level position. Maybe they meant this is an entry-level position. I don't know. I would just ignore that because it sounds like they just want a fast learner who's good at problem solving. So I see this as, we're not going to hold your hand. Either you can do it or you can't. So if you feel confident in the tech that they're using and you're a fast learner, I would apply. What's the hardest query language you've had trouble with? This is from Jermaine. JavaScript. Yeah, that was the hardest. And then I learned JavaScript, and then I had to learn PHP for my first job. And PHP reminded me of JavaScript only because I had already learned a programming language, so it was easy to apply those same concepts. So I guess PHP wasn't as hard. Darwin says, how long does it take to learn HTML and CSS? It depends on how much time you're spending on it. I think one can learn the concepts and start building with it relatively quickly within. I'm not saying you're going to be an expert, but you can learn it pretty fast because it's like you can learn, I guess, how to put up a website with it, or put up your headers and apply some basic CSS, because it depends on what you're doing. If you're building a full-blown website, it may take you a while to just understand everything, but if you're just putting up a simple hello world, you can learn how to link a CSS to an HTML and throw up a hello world. And then you just kind of, from there, whatever you want to implement, then you just have to know, okay, how do I put this here, and how do I make a header red? But I don't think it's too bad. Shouldn't take too long. All right, so let's head over to the next role that we have added here. If you're just joining the chat, if you look in the description, you can see this spreadsheet. If you're interested in applying for entry-level web tech roles, or you're having trouble finding them, I maintain this sheet so that you can see them all in one place. I'm not saying that I have every single job ever on here, because I'm just one person. I don't have like a team of people doing this. It's just me maintaining it as I see them. But it could be a good resource for you. So the next one is Outline, full stack web developer. All right, so at this company, they want someone with experience in Three.js, A-Frame, and Babylon.js. So they want someone with strong proficiency in JavaScript, expertise in modern front-end frameworks such as React or Vue, experience with or willing to learn Three.js and or A-Frame, standard knowledge in data structures and algorithms, knowledge on modern authorization mechanisms such as JWT, experience with WebGL, a plus, ability to understand business requirements and translate them into technical requirements. You should have your own computer, one would hope, programming, and stable internet connection to apply. We want a full-time employee that is only working for us and able to commit around 40 hours a week. You're in charge of your own hours. So pretty entry-level friendly. What I would do is just pretty much what I do when I'm looking at a job. I highlight what they're looking for. So JavaScript, expertise in React or Vue, willing to learn Three.js or A-Frame, standard knowledge in data structures and algorithms. Standard knowledge meaning you have, I guess, a basic understanding. Doesn't sound like you need deep expertise. So I guess a simple read up on some documentation, or maybe do a quick course or something that could help you get that standard knowledge. Authorization mechanisms such as JWT. So that's dealing with like API stuff. Authorization experience with, now this is just a plus. So WebGL, quick Google search. Get up to speed if you're not familiar with it. Ability to understand business requirements. So you can take all those and see, okay, what do I know out of here? And then, apply. Oh, I'm sorry. 1 second, my battery is dying. Let me get myself together. BRB. Thank you for holding. I'm just kidding. All right. So yeah. So what I pretty much do is highlight everything. And like I said, whatever I don't know, I pretty much just look it up real quick and prep for the interview. Just meaning, so, I mean, whether you get it or not, it's good experience to interview. And then you can also put in your cover letter, while I'm not familiar with this, I know this, which could easily translate over to that, and I can pick up anything very quickly. So Jasmine says, I'm so glad to hear how common and practical it is to apply the concepts of one programming language to another. Yeah, I mean, like I said, once I had to learn PHP for a job, it wasn't that bad because I already knew JavaScript. Taryn says, are there any tips that helped you when stepping into that first dev job? Oh my gosh, I wish someone would have given me tips, because first dev job was crazy. I was just thrown in. I mean, I was given a little time, but there wasn't any formal training or anything, which actually helped me become a stronger developer. But the tips that I have, the first thing I would say is see what projects you're going to be working on and try to get familiar with them as soon as possible and up to speed. So, you could ask your manager or someone, what projects do we typically work on? Do we have documentation that I can read up on? Because sometimes they'll have it, sometimes they don't. Sometimes it'll be up to you to add documentation. I would also say, if you can pull down the code bases locally, do so. If you're going to be working with them, whatever code bases you're going to be working with, pull them down locally. See what the code is doing. Get familiar with those applications as fast as possible. Start with just as a user. Find out how it works just as a user. What parts will you be working on? But documentation especially. I would also say get your environment set up too. That's pretty much what you're doing on the first week anyway, is setting up your environment. Man, that was tough, to get everything working. It depends on the job too, because some jobs have that stuff already for you. But some jobs, it's like this guy uses this, that gal uses this, they use this, and everybody's just used different things, and you have to figure it out on your own. So all that pretty much gave me a panic attack. So, helped me become a stronger developer. Trying to be positive. Leon says, YouTube is your friend for learning anything, especially tech. Yes. Micah says, then you can take that highlighted info and know what you need to highlight in your resume application. Exactly, because that's what I do. Make sure you put it in your resume and your cover letter, because that's how they're going to find you out of 17 million other applications. Jermaine says, do remote jobs restrict you by OS? Not necessarily. My current job asked me, do you want Windows or Mac? I said Mac, of course. Jasu says, during interviews, do you ask for a timeline of where a company expects you to be in 30, 60, 90 days? That is a good question. It's a very good question. Expectations. You can do it in the interview, or you can do it on your first day. I would ask on my first day after I get hired. Actually, I would ask, during the first week. Micah says, lots of companies don't even have documentation. I know. I'm so glad my current company has documentation, and then I just help add on to it as things change. But yeah, like, I dang near died. I'm still alive though. Dynamic Divine Readings, hey, just popped in to say hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Dynamic Divine Readings, go check out her channel. All right. Anthony says, your first few days, sometimes it takes IT forever to approve for your stuff too. Exactly. Yeah, my first day, yeah, it's like just getting everything set up is what you want to focus on the first week. I wouldn't even worry about working on anything. Well, it depends on the job. Some jobs is like first day, hit the ground running. Some jobs is like, take your time. Taryn says, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Maybe I could do a video on that, solely on that. So DJ says, how dare you, Giselle, Mac? Team Apple in the house. That's what we do. Did I start a debate? I'm sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Team Apple in the house. All right. So let's head back over to the jobs. The jobs is what we're here for. So Brain Trust. It just says Node.js, like as the title. So I guess Node.js developer. It's a contract, and so it says freelance contract, no agencies, location remote. Looks like specific time zones. I have no idea what BST is. What's BST? Is that Burger Standard Time or? All right, hourly range. Client is looking to pay 100 to 135 an hour. It's ongoing, which is a good sign. Usually, I guess if you do a good job, they'll keep you on. So you need experience with Node. Value cooperation and view software development as a team activity. Comfortable collaborating in a remote environment. You have strong opinions, loosely held. Strong opinions, loosely held. Okay. You're committed to your craft and have a desire for continuous learning and growth. So that is definitely entry-level friendly. With Node, I mean, like I said, head over to youtube.com, Node.js. Bam! You know what I'm saying? Just quickly. I'm familiar with Node, but I could definitely.
That way you don't have to worry about when your next pay.
So many people just put up some great content. So look at that.
A large number of concurrent clients. At some point, you're going to run out of threads to serve these clients. So
my computer is really slow right now. It's so slow streaming and then trying to pull up a YouTube video. My computer said nope. So yeah, like I said, YouTube, if you like, what's Node? I've never heard of that. YouTube.com, baby. And then, just say, hey, I'm familiar with it. Or maybe you want to build something with Node. Or maybe you don't even apply and just go find something else. But if you're familiar, apply. Yeah, Mac Crew in the house, DJ Rue. Oh, British Summertime. Sorry about that. Thanks, Northern Chimp. Emmanuel, you want to be an email developer? Yes, there. I believe I do have that on here. I know I have an email developer role. Yeah. Yeah, email designer and developer. I got 2 of those on there right now. And that's one of the ones I look out for too. But I only look out for ones that are entry level. I don't put ones that it's like 17 years of experience. Ooh, that job is no longer accepting applications. Oh, somebody done swiped it up. You gotta apply now. Somebody's going to swipe it up. So apply. I gotta remove that. I'll make sure to remove it as soon as I can. So what else? So we got a software engineer entry level at overalls. Okay. So overalls. So for this, you need experience or interest with Ruby. Experience or interest in Ruby, Postgres, SQL, Tailwind CSS, and Vue.js. An interest in decomposing larger tasks and problems into actionable and atomic steps. Comfort with or willingness to learn enough to contribute to all facets of the application from front end to hosting and deployment. An interest in object-oriented design, and it's nice if you could have Heroku, GitHub Actions, just some form of agile development. So things that would make this role a good fit for you. You ask questions early in your tenure and often and have no problems with saying, I don't know. You want to know why you're building what you're building and the customer pain points we're trying to solve. You will mentor members of the development team of more and less experience. We think it goes both ways. On software development best practices, software development, and new technologies with Rocky. I'm a native English speaker, but sometimes I'm not that good at it. And new technologies with relevant cases for their use. You want to create scalable processes that reduce or automate repetitive tasks through continuous development. Your team's culture is important to you, and your culture resonates with you, and our culture resonates with you. So here's the application. If you feel that resonates with you, please apply for this. Like I said, this is saying if you even just have interest in these. And it says, oh my gosh, I think my battery's about to die on my camera. So give me 1 second, I'll come back. Okay, we should be good to go now. I actually have this battery. This battery is on full, so as a matter of fact, let me actually plug my other battery up just so. So that one could be charging. All right. So like I said, they said we're looking for an entry-level software engineer who's excited to start their career with a small but growing team. So yeah, go ahead and apply for that. So I think that's everything. What I do just to make it easier, I sort these by they're in alphabetical order just so you can find them better. Not find them better, but go through them better. I didn't want to. It just looks easier to go through because you have all the associate roles together. You have all the customer support roles together. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's pretty much everybody that I found today. I do try to update this pretty much as much as I can. But usually after work, I'm exhausted and I watch Netflix. Okay? I do. Okay. Let's look at the comments. Leon says, with that contracting position, were there any benefits listed? Let me check. Let me go back to it. Come on. I can't even click on it. Oh, there we go. Are there any benefits? I don't. A lot of times those contract positions, they usually don't have them, but I don't know. Everybody's different. It just doesn't say it on the actual one. Let me check out the company website. Now, going to the company website, this is like access the world's best freelance jobs. So this looks like a community where they hire freelancers into their system, I guess, and then you work on different projects. So that's something I think. Try to check out like Glassdoor, Brain Trust. Look up Brain Trust on Glassdoor. Do a bit of research on that because I'm not entirely sure. I just know it's contract. Sometimes when they pay like that, the 100 to 135, it's because they're compensating you for not giving you benefits. So you got to look at that too. Sometimes it's not all about the money. It's like, what benefits do I have? What? So that's a good question, Leon. Yeah, just look it up on like Glassdoor or do a Google search for Brain Trust. Jermaine says, I'm the only weirdie that likes clean Linux environments. Maybe Mac would be a perfect fit for me. Are you learning new language technologies at the moment? Not at the moment. Well, I guess I am at work. Magento is the CMS that we use, kind of like WordPress and a Drupal content management system. But as far as actual languages, not at the moment. Soon, I'm going into more back-end stuff, so I'll be talking about that more on the channel, Jermaine. I gotta do something real quick. And this is embarrassing. My computer is running so slow right now. It's crazy. Come on. Here we go. Don't laugh at me.
Namacha Honor.
Okay, there we go. Namacha says, this is good stuff. Thanks again. I know that was a lot to go through, but it's worth it. Jermaine says, remote 100 an hour is a dream, especially for a first role, yeah. Bree Powered says, hey, Bree Powered. Anthony says, decomposing means make old sites into new sites, by the way. Yeah, gotcha. Jasmine, thanks for clarifying. Curtis Davis, decompose. I know, dead bodies. All right. Jermaine, I don't see too many people talking about Ruby either, a niche to consider working for sure. I mean, I'd say work with whatever is paying. I mean, if they're paying you to work with it, you can actually kind of block out all the noise of the internet. They're just talking. Northern Chimp, thanks, good to know. Dynamic Divine Readings, 100 an hour. Maybe I need to switch careers. Come on over to tech. We're happy to have you. Micah says, yay, Netflix. DJ Ruthful says, that's what I'm saying. Dynamic Divine Readings, Netflix and chill. I more so do Netflix and die. Especially after work. Leon King. Sorry, didn't mean to make you go back. I only asked because I've been in a contracting position for 7 years with hopes to get hired full-time to Cisco and was lied to. Wanted to give a heads up. Oh, wow. Yeah. Hopefully you can find something. Sometimes you just got to let people go and find something that appreciates you. Leon says, exactly. Sometimes the benefits and bonuses are a priority to people. Yes. My company that I'm with now, they give us a base salary. But on top of that, they give us an internet stipend. So that's added on to my pay. And then they give us like $1,500 a year toward $1,500 a year for like whatever, pretty much office supplies, vacation, whatever you want to use it for. But with that $1,500, it's a reimbursement. So I plan to use mine for a mechanical keyboard and maybe some other stuff because I'm using this right now, which is the company supplied keyboard, and it's actually the soft keys. It's not bad actually. Darren says, how long does it take to learn email development? When I was an email developer, it took me to really catch on to their process about a month or two. But a lot of email development is HTML, CSS, depending on the company and how they do things. So if you know HTML, CSS, you can learn email development very quickly. It's a matter of what process does that company do, Bree Powered, you definitely want to look into PHP Laravel. Yeah, I have so much I want to do. I think as far as my learning for backend, I'm going to talk about that more in another time. Dynamic Divine Readings, you're doing great, Jashelle. Thank you. Jason says legit. Thank you. Ruther says nice. By the way, y'all, my company is hiring too. I'm gonna share. I'll just go ahead now. I'm at AVB Marketing. What are we hiring for right now? And I feel like I talked about it, or I don't know. Maybe I shared it with somebody. We are hiring for. Somebody's calling me. One sec. Spam, of course, interrupted my stream. I turned my phone off, by the way, because I was so rude. All right. So we are hiring at my company for digital designer. And I'll send you guys this link. So we're hiring for a digital designer, data warehouse manager, digital optimization specialist, web administrator, which is what I do, business intelligence data managers, SEO specialist, and then a general application. Now, if you want to be a web admin, that's what I do. I talked about this in another one, but since we're here. So basically, we do a wide range of administrative tasks that are related to design, development, and maintenance of e-commerce websites for the organization's clients. We set up full-featured e-commerce websites by updating DNS records, configuring payment gateways, store views, and shipping methods in Magento, create Nginx files, apply bilingual settings when needed, and much more. Yes, that much more is true. In addition, we provide software support for clients and internal teams, and we manage the company's Jira General Development Desk, escalate issues to specific development teams, and you have to know how to work independently, have problem-solving skills, and strong customer service background. So everything is pretty much internal. What I do, I work through a Jira board, and whatever problems, like we maintain the websites, set up websites, things like that. I want to write a blog post about it, about how this job is super helping me learn how to get better at problem solving. So what they look for is high school or technical training, anything like that. 1 year of HTML, CSS, experience with content management systems like Magento and WordPress, because those are two that we work with. I work with mostly Magento. I don't really have to do anything with WordPress. I haven't had to right now. Experience with project management tools, Jira preferred, ability to problem solve, HTML, CSS, GitHub, DNS records, SSL. So if you want to check that out, let me know if you apply. I get a little kickback, if somebody gets hired. Now, the reason I don't really discuss salary on my channel is you'll never see me really talk about that, just because taboo, I guess. So I don't really know who's watching me, and I just don't want to. So just ask me personally, because that way I don't get in trouble, because there's certain things I cannot share publicly on YouTube or anywhere else. So, or I just don't, and I choose not to. So yeah, apply, give it a shot. My manager, he's really looking for someone that knows their stuff. So I'm just letting you know, it's entry level, kinda yes and no. Jason and Darwin, yes, HTML tables are super annoying, and that's why I quit. Okay, it was a good starter role, but I was like, oh, I don't like it. So it was a good way to start though. Dynamic Divine Readings, have a great night as well. Jasmine says that sounds cool. So is it like customer service version of web developer? Kinda. I really don't work with customers. It's more like, so Like a website specialist will let us know if there's a problem with one of the websites. So they'll say, hey, the client said that the website is loading slow lately. So I might, try to duplicate, the website being slow or something like that. But ultimately, if it's a huge issue, then I escalate it to a developer, and then they look more into the code side. I do a little bit of the code side. Most of what I do is on the GUI, graphical user interface. And so when they ask for certain configurations, they want certain stuff set up, then I add in the logo. I create a staging environment for the web developers to build on. I bring the site live whenever it's time for the site to go live into production. So there's websites out there that I have helped build. It's so cool. We do so many things. Like if there's redirects that need to be uploaded to GitHub, if the site needs new DNS records, like they moved, their hosting needs to be moved over to our AWS servers. It's just a laundry list of things that I do. So it's maintenance, website maintenance. That's what I can say. So I don't deal directly with clients, but if there's a problem, the website specialists will let us know from the website specialists and account executives work directly, usually with the clients, I believe. If I've only been there like a few months, so I'm still learning everybody's jobs. So have a good night. I already said that. Anthony says, imagine when tables was the only option. Yeah, disgusting. Tables are disgusting. But hey, if you're looking for a job, email development is a good option. But don't just try to be an email developer. What you can do is just go on Indeed.com, because email development, it can really throw you off if you're trying to be a web developer. I would try to be a web developer, but if somebody hires you, go ahead and take it. But it can kind of derail you, because if they see email developer, I don't know. I just feel like be a web developer if you can. So yeah, just look up HTML if you want to work with HTML. Just try to, and also filter by entry level. If you want to work remote, education, high school. So if you're looking for entry level, try to make sure you hit those filters as best as you can. And like this job, see web development 1 year. Oh, they need 1 year. So if you don't have a year, you can probably skip it. Because you'll get into those interviews and they're like, well, we're looking for somebody with, So academic technical support specialist. I mean, there's many ways you can start. Micah says, gotta hop. Awesome stream, Jashelle. Keep it up. Thanks, Micah. That's all I really had for tonight. I just wanted to go over those jobs that I've added. I don't really have anything else. I can try to do this once a week. I can try. I was trying to adjust my camera. Jose says, isn't email development one of the fastest ways to get into tech? You mean development? Because tech is broad. Because there's lots of things. There's lots of tech roles. So as far as development, it could be. But there's also tech support. I mean, you could start as a tech support engineer, technical support engineer. I got those on the spreadsheet. Check them out in the description. I think that's one of the fastest ways, because with some tech support engineer positions, you're working with HTML, CSS, troubleshooting those problems. If you know how to troubleshoot and fix the problems, that's good. But email development, some of those jobs require a lot of experience. It's not always, oh, just HTML, CSS. So it's very few email development jobs that's just, oh, just HTML, CSS. Some of them, but don't count on it. Try to look for other jobs too, other web development jobs. If you just limit yourself to email development, then you could be selling yourself short. Because there may be a company out there, okay, we just want an HTML, CSS web developer. But if you're only looking for email development, now you're missing out on the hundreds of other jobs that will hire you. That's not email development. It's just web development. Northern Chimp, yes, it is a stepping stone. It is a stepping stone. DJ, just show you're a pro now. I'm a pro now? No, I'm just playing. I know it says pro now. I'm just kidding. You know, recording videos for over the past year has helped me, you know, especially watching other streamers. You know, I decided, okay, I don't have to be perfect. I don't have to have a script. I can just talk and maybe somebody will listen. So, hey, I'm here. Millie says, thanks for the excellent information. Very welcome. Ruther says, makes sense. Yeah, don't worry about perfection. Don't worry about looking for a specific role. Look for HTML, CSS. Then whatever title it is, it doesn't matter. Email developer, web developer, web content specialist, you know, just as long as you can work with the stack. TEK or Die says, have you looked into blockchain engineering? No, not as of right now. For the past, since January, I've literally just been focusing on my job, learning what I just needed to get comfortable there first before I started after work. Because literally after work, I'm so tired. So I'm slowly getting back to the point where after work, I'm spending an hour learning something for my next steps in my career. So I'm feeling as though I need to spend at least a year in my current role just to learn what I need to learn, because they're very open to me getting into back end in my current role. So ideally, I would not want to switch companies, especially when you get familiar with all that stuff, and then, you know, it'll be an easier transition than me going somewhere else. So, I mean, that's just the plan today. I don't live in the future, but that's just what I'm thinking. And then just get solid in what the tech and our problems, our pain points, and see how I can apply what I'm learning outside to my current role, and then promote from there. Bree Powers says, would content management web producer be a better route to web development? That could be as well. Now, some content management positions, web producer, some of those are even like, they want you to have 3, 4, or 5 years of experience, because content management, actually, it sucks. They may have you take 30 PDFs and take those PDFs and put them into a WYSIWYG, which is, you know, like a text editor, and then be bolding and putting them into, taking PDF files and putting them into HTML format. It sucks to do that 8 hours a day. I only know because I was tasked to do that in one of my first jobs. So I would have to take a PDF, and it's like, make these bullet points into HTML. Not just bullet points. I'm talking about the, what do you call those? Numerical numbers? Numerical. Those symbols or whatever. Think about having to do 75,000 lines of that. It just sucks. But yeah, it could be, because you're editing, you're maintaining a website, so that's experience. DJ Ruthful says, yeah, being yourself and talking to people like people is always better. Yeah, agree. I don't mean to say it sucks, but if you want to be a web developer, being a content editor is just boring. After like 3 or 4 months, you're like, so if you do it, if it is your first job, that's fine. I don't want to discourage anybody, but it is a good stepping stone, yes. But you may not have fun, I'm just saying. Jasmine, Roman numerals. Yes. I'm sorry. It's the end of the day and I'm a morning person. Roman numerals, you're right. Darwin says, please post this live. Yeah, it'll be on the channel. I'm not gonna delete lives. They'll just be here. Tech or Die says, that makes sense. This is cold, by the way. Like, it's disgusting. Northern Chip, Giselle was chatting under somebody else's stream. What she said was interesting. Yeah, I'll be popping on people's lives. I'm not gonna lie. I might randomly pop into your live if you have one. So I'm a YouTube like queen. I'm the queen. I'm always on YouTube. Like it's a TV. It's TV to me. Other than HBO Max and Netflix. So like I said, check out the jobs. You know, see what you like. I'll keep it updated. What I want to do is turn this into a website, and to be honest, that is what I want to use as my project for my portfolio, is a jobs website, a real life project that helps people, and I could utilize that for my next position, build the back end for it, and say these are the languages I use, these are the front end, this is how I built the front end, back end. So this is actually a real project that I'm trying to do for my portfolio, and it'll help me grow my career, you know, have a live project out there that actually helps people, that I'm actively constantly working on, because it's like practice for me too. I mean, I'm still learning too. Bree Powered, this is tea. And it's lukewarm, and it's gross. It's gross. I don't know. Any questions? Anything? Because other than that, I'm probably going to go to bed soon. Well, it's 7:07. But I kind of want to respond to anybody who's messaged me on social media. And feel free to follow me, Giselle on... Cause my name is Giselle and I'm a developer, so Giselle. Anyway, and then Giselle T on LinkedIn. So feel free to message me. I may not always reply like immediately, just cause, you know, life. Millie says, great idea for the website. Thanks, Millie. Bree Power, thank you for the work on the spreadsheet. Greatly appreciate it. And let me know if you have any jobs that you think should be on the spreadsheet. Message me, let me know, I'll add it. Jose, would you use a web scraper to get all that info? I just don't believe in a web scraper for this, because I just don't feel like it's gonna get, because I've seen somebody use that method and there were still jobs on there requiring 5 years of experience. And we already have enough people, it's enough websites out there that's saying junior level position, but 17 years of experience and a PhD in HTML. Now, a PhD in HTML. You need a PhD to work with HTML. Now, we have enough of that. Like, we really need something out here that's legitimately entry-level stuff. So I don't mind doing it manually until, if I can figure out a way, and that's going to take time to figure that out. How is it going to actually scan for jobs where it's like, not where it's actually entry level, you know? Yes, DJ Ruthful, I love my tea, and the fact that it's lukewarm. I need to have a microwave just right here on my desk. That way, you know what I mean? Coding Pass, what up? Going to any conferences later this year? I don't know of any. That would be nice if I could find something I'm interested in. Yeah, that'd be good. One I was interested in was MDN. If you guys are familiar with MDN, the documentation website, looks like they have conferences. Mozilla, or is it Mozilla? Mozilla. Firefox. I want to go to anything that they do. I'm a huge fan of them, and I low-key want to work for them one day. Shh. Okay. Longino says, same question. I was wondering her drink. Jose, are you on the West Coast? Yes, I'm on the West Coast. Oops. Can I do that? Jason says, more lives in the future. Yeah, I want to try to, with this job spreadsheet, the reason I want to try to do this once a week. Like, I don't know if Wednesdays is really going to be good anymore. I don't know. Because I think I may have to switch this to Friday. So maybe every Friday I could talk about jobs that I added during the week. You know what I mean? Just let me know. I mean, is Wednesday a good day or is Friday a better day? I really don't know. I just scheduled it and hope for the best. Jasu says, I like the website idea. Everyone will come back and write testimonials. Yeah. I mean, if I make a website for this spreadsheet, does that mean I'm a startup owner? I don't know. Is it a startup or am I just a hobbyist or what? Like it kind of, so I mean, my idea for it was to start with an index.html. I mean, I know how to do that. Index.html, maybe some CSS grid for the little postings, but that will get long very quick. So maybe I do different pages for different categories like customer support. We'll talk about it. Not in this live. We'll talk about it though. Ruther says, asking the universe to bless you for putting out there a spreadsheet to help others. Every time my camera does that, I'm like, okay. You were pushed out. You were needed in the space. Thank you, Ruth. I appreciate that. And I'm driven to do this. I want to do this because I get very frustrated when I see people on LinkedIn saying that they can't find a job. I'm like, okay, I can do something about this. So I said, let me do something about this. So I'm doing something about this. Okay. It's enough people making fancy day in the life videos. People want jobs, man. These are practical jobs, not FANG and data structures and algorithms. Like, I get it. If you want to work for a FANG, fine. But like most people, they just want a job. They want to be able to support themselves, support their families, and they just need help getting started. So that's what I want to help with. And there's plenty of companies willing to hire people with no experience. So Tech or Die says use AI tools for accurate job data pool. Yeah, I'm probably gonna need some help, or I'm probably have to take a course. So coding pads, Render ATL conference is gonna be hot. Look it up. Okay, I'll look it up. Let me write this down so I won't forget. Render. I feel like I saw people talking about it. Yeah, I might hit that up. You might see me there. Jasmine says Friday would be nice. Mondays or Fridays, whatever works best. Mondays are like the worst day for me. Fridays. Let's do Fridays. We'll do Fridays. So I will do this again next Friday. How about that? And then that way work is done, you know, because I feel just so tired right now. Victory says, any tips for your first portfolio sites? Is using a template frowned upon? I made a video about that too. No, you can use a template. What your portfolio is just an extension of your resume, and it's just showing them, hey, I built this. My name is ABC. I know these technologies. I've never had an employer say, what'd you build your portfolio with? No, employers are like, so do you know JavaScript? Do you know, have you worked with backend? Have you worked with APIs? You know, what experience do you have? Nobody, if they do care, I've never heard of it. Not in my experience. So if you want to build it from scratch and then make your portfolio a piece for your portfolio, that's fine. But if you have stuff built, what is this? If you have stuff built already, then if you want to, don't be hindered by the fact that you didn't build your portfolio from scratch or you used a template. Just throw it up there, put what you built in there, and start applying. So Oh, we've been on the stream for an hour and 16 minutes. Jose, I'm not in San Francisco. I'm not even in California. I'm one state over. I don't know any good recruiter companies right off. If I find any, I'll let you know. Maybe that's another section that I can add to the spreadsheet. Recruiting, tech recruiting companies. So not only will we have jobs, we'll have companies that hire outside of the United States. Recruiting companies. Anthony says if you're in San Francisco, go to meetups and network. Yes. Go to meetups. I want to have a meetup in Arizona. We're going to do it online for now, but it's on Twitter. I'll talk about that more too. So, Josu, how do you feel about bootcamp projects on your portfolio? Let me tell you something. This is my portfolio, right? This is my portfolio. All these projects are from boot camp. All of them. So, and I've been in tech on the development side for 3 years now. So, hopefully that answers your question. Alejandro, I was so worried that my portfolio would look childish, but after getting tired of procrastinating, I took a weekend to build my new portfolio website out, and I love it. Nice. And if you want to share it, feel free. Drop the link. Let people check it out. Maybe we can do some portfolios soon. Jose is far away from meetups. Maybe there's some online ones. Oh, I'm still sharing. Sorry. Jose, maybe there's online meetups. Because I wanna host a meetup online. It was originally for Arizona, but maybe I can expand it. And it's I have it on Twitter. I just haven't really done anything. I had an official sign up sheet on Twitter, but like I said, from sun ups to sundown, I'm very just so busy. And honestly, I'm very sleep deprived, and I'm thinking about going to bed early for the rest of the week. Bree says Dice and Creative Circle a couple of good recruiting companies. Okay, Dice and Creative Circle. Okay, I'm gonna write that down. I'll add it to the spreadsheet whenever I add that tab, because so that way we can provide more resources to more people. This website is gonna be huge if I can just get the dang index.html going. Jasmine says to Jose. Okay, Jose, you got a couple of people helping out here. So, I'm gonna head to bed, everybody, because I gotta work in the morning. And you know what? I'm working on solving this problem. Basically, I'm configuring. A client wants some updates on their website, and it took me like 2, 3, 4. It's taken me a couple of days to get it working, and I think I'm finally there. So that's the first thing I'm going to work on in the morning when I get into work, which is right here. This is my job too, right here. This is my YouTube area and where I work as well. And I think that's why I'm probably exhausted, just using all that brain power to. So we had to do stuff in the database, and the conditionals are done through a GUI. It's no coding with SQL, but it's in the database. And so the conditionals are already, you just select what it is, but it's like getting if this is this, do this. If this is this, do this. But don't do this. And it's just like very complex, and it can get really deep. And I'm trying to remember what it even is. So if this add-on is selected, don't show the price at the cart, and only show this other option. And then if these are, it's like it gives me a panic attack. But it's like I just been working on this like complex kind of thing. But then luckily sometimes I take a break and then work on simpler stuff or respond to emails. But yeah, I just want to get that solved tomorrow. Thanks, Jasmine. Hope you have a good night too. Non-traditional tech, good luck. Thank you, Alejandro. Thank you all, and Jose as well. Thank you all for coming to the chat, and hope to see you in the next one. Probably next Friday we'll do it. If people are interested, I'll do it. I'll try to do this once a week. Actually, I want to do it once a week because it'll help people that aren't familiar with the spreadsheet, and that'll help all of us. We can all kind of collaborate, and hopefully we can all get hired soon. Everybody. So. Longinos, thank you as well. Non-traditional tech. I'm trying to learn SQL Server on the job too. Yeah, it's wild. It's wild, but I love it. Anthony, don't think about it now. It'll drive you nuts. Drive me nuts? I'm already driven nuts. I'm kidding. But yeah, so I'm gonna head to bed, get some sleep. I'll probably think of the solution in my dreams. All right, night everybody. See you later.